What's going on, guys? This is Great Divine One. Ladies and gentlemen, I am bringing you a new build that is a must-have. You're going to want this build. I promise you. It melts like butter. You're going to love this build. I'm going to go into the build and explain everything in detail, and then I'm going to go ahead and do some gameplay at a checkpoint just to show you how bad this boy is, or gal is. So anyhow, what we want to do is we want to run the technician with this particular build because it gives us a extra skill tier, which allows us to run some armor on one of our pieces, which we will need for more survivability. I don't care what you say, 9k armor is better than 7k any day of the week. So with that being said, let's get into the build. Now, with our first firearm, we are running this beautiful exotic capacitor assault rifle, and the talent on here is capacitance, and it's shooting enemies build stacks to a cap of 40, and each stack grants 1.5 skill damage after 5 seconds. Stacks decay 1 per second, and for each skill tier you're going to gain 7.5 weapon damage on here. I'm telling you, this whole build is so cohesive. It's just wonderful. You call it parquet. It's butter, baby, okay? I promise you. So for our second firearm, we're going to run the Vector SBR 45 ACP submachine gun. This is a beautiful gun right here. And I have skilled SMG damage, critical hit chance. I would love to have had damage out of cover, but since I couldn't, because I rolled in sync on here, which is a beautiful, lovely talent with this build. Always run in sync. I promise you, you're going to love it, and I'm going to tell you why. So in sync is hitting an enemy grants 15% skill damage for 5 seconds, and using a skill or damaging an enemy with a skill grants 15% weapon damage for 5 seconds. And that's just using a skill, whether you're hitting them or not. Okay? So the beautiful part about InSync is damage increases are doubled with both buffs, while both buffs are active at the same time. So if you're shooting and you're using your skill, and I'm going to let you know which skills you're going to be running with this, you're always going to be hitting them, and all you got to do is shoot. It's going to proc this InSync, and I promise you, your damage is going to be doubled. And with the chest piece and with the backpack, you're going to fall in love with this. I promise you. So anyhow, what we have is we're running 3 pieces of Hana Yu. And the reason why we're running 3 pieces of Hana Yu is starting off with our mask is we have 10% skill haste, 10% skill damage, 5% weapon damage with the 3-piece Hana Yu. So that's what you're going to love this build. I promise you. So we have skill damage maxed out, skill haste, and skill mod on here for 11.9%. And with our Hana Yu glove, we have skill haste on here maxed out. We have skill damage maxed out on here as well. And as I said, with that the 3-piece Hana Yu gives you that 10% skill damage and skill haste and 5% weapon damage. So with our knee pads, we have the Wyvern Wear, and that gives us 10% skill damage with skill haste maxed out and skill damage maxed out. Now for this build in the maxed out skill haste on here with the skill mods, your cooldown is only going to be like 10 seconds, and they're coming right back up one after the other. So yeah, you're gonna love it, I promise you. So what makes this build beautiful is also the beautiful exotic waveform holster. Now I love this holster. This is a badass exotic holster. If you're sleeping on it, you need to wake up. I promise you. So the talents on here is called alternating currents, and it's basically you generate a stack of 3% skill damage on one of your skills every second, capping at 10 stacks. After 10 seconds at the cap, the stacks transfer to your other skill. Okay, they don't just appear. They don't have a cooldown. It transfers, and it's basically this process is then it repeats itself as ad infinitum. Okay, your stacks don't disappear on this. It transfers to your other skill. Okay, there's like no cooldown or nothing. It transfers. So this is a continuous damage. Don't sleep on this holster. Wake up, baby. Wake up. So anyhow, just to let you know, I just have the TDI card custom high-end pistol on here. I have, um, and it just gives you an extra skill tier. And if you want to put roll something else on there, you're more than welcome to give you the what is that? The extra damage for the skill tier for your pistol. Remind me in the comments below because I'm having a brain fart. But anyway, back to the pieces on this build. So you're going to love this chest piece, especially those who love running glass cannon. And this particular chest piece is a Gilligard, and what it does is give you that 5% armor, total armor, and that adds on to your 9k armor. So it's lovely with the technician and running armor on this piece. You're still at skill tier 6. So we have the total armor on here as well, so that adds onto your armor and gives you more survivability. So what I love about this chest piece is we have the talents of glass cannon. We're using regular glass cannon, and with regular glass cannon, all damage you deal is amplified by 25%, and all damage you take is amplified by 50. So this is going to run beautifully with your NSYNC, with your capacitor, with your waveform, and I'm going to go over the backpack that you're going to be running on this, which is just totally awesome. So we have skill haste, skill damage, and skill haste mod on here. I don't have the skill haste maxed out, but honestly it doesn't even matter. I'm already at a 10-second cooldown. If you're not comfortable running glass cannon with this, you can always put on kinetic momentum. Kinetic momentum is another lovely chest piece with a Gilligard for the total armor that you can run on here as well. Or you can even use perfect momentum. That's up to you. But I love glass cannon. Let me know in the comments below if you prefer glass cannon or kinetic momentum. I'm just kind of curious. So now we're going to go on to this beautiful, lovely backpack. The force multiplier. Yes, this is a force to be reckoned with. I promise you this build is. So with the 3-piece Hanu, as I said, you have not only the skill haste 10% skill damage to 5% weapon damage. We also have skill haste rolled on here, not maxed out, but like I said, with the build and how it is right now, it's still at 10% cooldown on your skills, so your skills are going to be popping right back up. And then we have a 10% skill damage on here as well, along with the 12% skill haste mod. Now, the beautiful thing about this backpack is it has perfect combined arms. And trust me, you're going to want this. Shooting an enemy increases total skill damage by 30% for 3 seconds. It doesn't have a cooldown on here. Okay, guys? So that's 30% skill damage added with the 25% for your glass cannon, or if you're running your kinetic momentum. And then with the capacitor damage and the waveform damage and then the NSYNC as well. I'm telling you guys, this parquet is butter, baby. I promise you. You're going to love this build. And the skills that you're going to run with this build, it's all cohesive and it all runs together beautifully. You're going to love it on legendaries, heroic, control points, just in even your missions. You could just sit back and pop your skills out and have you a cup of coffee, sweetheart. I promise you. So the assault rifle, that the skill that we're running is the assault turret.
Agent requesting backup.
And I have 120% damage on here for my turret. We also have 420 health. I have a 4.8% damage mod on here, and a 9.2 health mod, a 6.8 skill haste on here as well. And then the second skill that we're going to be running with this is your striker drone. And I love my striker drone, and I love my assault turret. So we also have 120% skill striker damage on here, 420% health as well. And the mods that we have on here is a 7.4 duration, 10% health, and I don't know where my mod went for my damage, But I'm gonna go farm for another mod for my drone, because even without that, I don't have the damage mod on my drone. I'm just gonna show you how bad this build is. This build is so bad, baby. I promise you. So let's go try it out. Let me know in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe and like, and let me know how the build worked out for you. Okay, guys.
Identified.
So I am just look, guys. Seriously. You saw how quickly it took down. You saw how quickly it took down that elite, right? Okay, so let's do it again. Let's do it again. Now I'm proccing my NSYNC. All right. Look. I'm telling you, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it for the legendaries. I promise you. And as I said, if you're not comfortable running glass cannon, you can always run kinetic momentum, as I said. Okay, promise you guys. You go ahead and proc my NSYNC. Okay, and then I can switch to my capacitor. Okay. Now I'm gonna run over here. Alright. I'm just gonna heal myself up a little bit. I hit him with my capacitor, so I'm building up my stacks. And like I said, you can just sit back and have a cup of coffee and let all your skills do the work. I promise you. And as you can see, we have a 10-second cooldown on our skills, which is perfectly fine. It's gonna pop right back up. And I'm gonna set my drone back out again. Alrighty. Alright. No, I think you're the one that's dead, baby. Okay. Now I'm gonna get a little closer. I'm not even gonna call for reinforcements right now. I'm really not. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and proc my NSYNC. Come on, baby. Okay. And you see how quickly I'm taking down this control point right here, right? Like with absolutely no effort. Come on. Alrighty. Let's do it. Come on. There you go. Yeah, I'm taking cover too, honey. Alright. So I guess he doesn't want to come out. Alright. There we go. Alright, there we go. Alright. And that is without calling any nearby allies. So I'll just go ahead and call them. And I took him out by my, all by myself. Uh-oh. Alrighty. We got some additional hostile contacts coming in. Uh-oh, I hear a bomber coming up. Alrighty. And see, like, with no effort. There you go. There you go, buddy. Merry Christmas. Just gonna go ahead and proc my NSYNC on here. I'm telling you, you're gonna love this build, guys. And I don't even have my damage mod on my drone. I think I deconstructed on accident. But anyhow. Yeah, you're not even gonna get close, buddy. Alright. I'm telling you, it's parquet. It's parquet, baby. Alrighty. And you see, my backup hasn't even arrived yet. So, and I'm just taking down this control point. Just, it's ridiculous. Go ahead and pop my ass thing. Hey, you see, I'm telling you how fast he was just taken down. Oh my gosh, you guys are gonna love this build. Oh my goodness, you're gonna love it. Especially on the legendaries. Oh my goodness, honey. It melts. Something fierce. I promise you. And our cooldown on our skills is just, it's like you don't even notice your cooldown on your skill. Oh my goodness. This build is just something wonderful. There we go. Alright. Just in the nick of time, out of ammo. So anyhow guys, enjoy this build. It's so wonderful. I promise you, it melts like butter. It's called the Devine Build, sweetheart, and it's here for you. Make sure you press that subscribe button. I got more builds coming for you. All right now.